Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you. The work session for October 5th, Mayor and Council is called to order. Ms. Harris, roll call, please.
Mayor Angeline Butler,
Present.
Councilwoman Kimberly James. Here. Councilman DeBuse Antoine,
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Councilman Hector Gutierrez,
Present.
Councilwoman Latricia Akins Wells. Here. Councilman Alan Mears.
Present.
Okay, excuse me. We are not open to the public.
From the Clayton Crescent, I'm a reporter. I'm here to cover this open meeting. Under the Open Meetings Act of the State of Georgia, and according to the First Amendment of the Constitution of Georgia.
We're not open to the public.
So you're removing me in violation. Thank you. I will contact council immediately.
Going down with roll call.
Yes, ma'am.
City manager's report. I understand Mr. Barker is on Zoom. Or should we come in?
Wait, Chief, I think you need back up. Did you go? Okay. Which one is it? Is that a high school picture again? He's starting to lie. Yeah. Yeah.
Chief. All right, you have the floor, Mr. Barker.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Which one for?
Is everything being shared to the public? I need to look at my email. No.
Okay, well,
I'm trying
Now
to.
we have
you
to.
got you got the order of the presentation from the records.
Yes.
We go ahead with the sunset recommended city manager report. And the first record coming up will be finance director. And the first one coming up will be finance director, Brown. Yes. I'm sorry. Definitely finance director, Ms. Weaver, I apologize.
On the public.
Hey,
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Updates in the finance department. We are currently working with consultants to resolve, some of the bank reconciliation issues. That is near completion. We hope to have that complete by the end of next week. Also, we're on schedule to start our field audit next week. Um, the millage rate, we're looking to adopt on October 19th, 2020. The millage rate, will stay the same. There are no changes there. In accordance to taxes, we are on schedule to send out tax bills no later than October 20th to keep our target collection rate of October 20th. We are looking to have a significant increase of roughly about 2.6 million in tax collections over the year based on our final digest. This is due to additional property that was added at Fort Gillum. Also, Ken is on Zoom, but he did want to visit this topic at the end of the presentation in regards to sanitation fees. So we will come back to that. We do have a new procurement manager, Mr. Gerard Jeter. He has several projects that he is currently working on. We did complete the interview process for architecture and engineer services. We selected 2 firms to be on call for services. If we have anything that is time sensitive that we may need to do quick work on, and that is Precision Planning Inc. and Croft. We are also doing evaluations for the Livable Centers Initiative Study. That did take place last week, and we're looking to interview firms this week and next week. We do have a current draft for procurement code that has been handed off to our attorney and is being reviewed. So we hope to bring that to council in the next few weeks. We do have RFPs being prepared for a consultant to assist in identifying funding for the sale of bonds and various capital improvement projects. And we're also doing research on a possible solar farm for Fort Gillum. Taylor County has been providing us with information, so we're looking to do a field trip to discuss the process that they went through and also possible funding. And we are also preparing a RFP for landscaping for citywide properties. Some long-term goals for the finance department. We do want to maintain our government finance officers association status. The city of Forest Park has received that designation for 39 consecutive years. So we're hoping that this year we will have that status for 40 years. We would like to incorporate more technology into our processes and procedures to increase efficiency and transparency in our processes and also reports to the public. And we also are looking for ways to improve our business license process to make it easier for the public to use and also make it easier for our potential business owners. We are looking to complete the citywide operational audit that was approved in our last meeting. We are waiting on the contract to be drafted. So once that is drafted, we can proceed with dates and starting that process. Overall, we did want to give an update on the effects of COVID on our sales tax revenue. The orange bar does indicate 2019, and the yellowish bar indicates 2020. So if you look from March, April, May, and June, which is when COVID started, we have had a decrease in sales tax, however, not significant. I think overall, roughly so far, it's been about 200,000. The decrease has been not significant to overall revenue. And just to give an overall glimpse of the fund revenues for Forest Park, for the past 5 years, we have had a healthy fund revenue, and we are looking for that to continue. Again, we're not seeing any major decreases right now. So as of now, everything is looking healthy, and we are looking to have roughly close to the same revenue that we did have in the past. Thank you. Any questions? Yes. Oh, and Ken also wants to ask, I'm sorry, about the sanitation fees as well.
This is Susie calling with the Vehicle Service Department. We're calling about your vehicle's manufacturer's warranty. We sent you several notices and
You mentioned about architecture. I'm trying to see what that was. Right after you mentioned the procurement manager, what did you say about
Yes, ma'am. So, we completed the interview process for, two architecture and engineer services. Basically what these firms will be is on call. In the instance that we have something that is time sensitive, where we may not have time to do a full RFP. They did have, they did a process where we can have at least two on-call companies for that.
And can you explain how you do that?
The manager for procurement. Basically, what you said, it allows us to, we got, several capital improvement projects. So instead of identifying, architects identifying for each project, we decided to go with two. The flooring was almost equal. It was almost 1.6. So it just made sense for us to identify both of them. And if we got 5 projects, we would assign task to it for each one. So it's something that, the actually got put from the city of Atlanta. We have 8 on-call architect firms at the airport. So there's so much going on out there. So there's this assigned task orders, and it allows things to move faster. But again, it's based on task orders, and the 2 firms will bid against each other for fees, which means it's still going through a competitive process. They still also have to identify self-consultants, which means we can still identify local and minority firms to be a part of it.
And the name of the firms
Precision planning services and fall, architect engineers.
any other questions or comments?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Ken also wanted to make a comment.
Oh, yes, sir. Ken?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. So in checking with Mike Williams on this, he can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think this requires a council vote, but I did want consensus of the council relative to the passing on of any increases in sanitation fees each year to our residential and commercial customers. The amount of that increase this year is 3%. That's an amount, of course, that we bill in the property tax bill for our residents that we're getting ready to send out. So we didn't want to do that without council being aware of the fact that that would be going up 3% for our residents. That'd be about $7.80 for the entire year of the increase.
That 3% is passed on to the businesses, correct?
Yeah, 3% for the businesses as well. Yes, ma'am.
So instead of charging the businesses the full 3%, we're splitting it between the business community and the residents?
No, ma'am. Both rates went up 3%.
Both in the 3%. Any questions or comments?
I have one additional question, regarding this finance as a whole. Do we know what we're looking like, as far as our budget and what we've, allocated to spend in our budget?
And looking at the last expenditures to date, we're still under the budget relative to the time of the year that we are in terms of our expenditures.
Yes.
Are you done? Mr. Thompson, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else? Mr. Thompson?
Excuse me just a moment. Kimberly. Sorry about that, y'all. One of the dangers of being at home. Okay, I'm sorry, what was the question? Go ahead.
I just wanted to know, how is the budget looking, as far as year to date and what we approved in the last budget meeting? How are we looking as far as our, incomes and expenditures?
Yes, so relative to the passage of time, we are under budget. In other words, we've 3 months into the year, and we've spent less than 3 months worth of expenditures that were budgeted. So we're still operating under the budget at this point.
I have a question. Ken, how are you? Looking good, man.
Thank you, sir. Say that.
I had gone to one of the GMA trainings, and I mentioned it to Ms. Williams, but I really would like the approach that this city had to their budget. It's one of the islands off the coast. They would have meetings through.
I'm not getting any sound.
That's it. No, hold on.
Okay, I've got back now.
They're trying to.
Okay, how about now?
Okay, try, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me feel it for 2 minutes. I said, I met another city that I met a representative from another city, and they had budget meetings open to the public throughout the year. I think they had like quarterly meetings. And I mentioned it to Ms. Williams, and she said that that is something that we could make happen here. I would like to see something like that just for the sake of transparency and also for the sake of just not having to do the budget in the summer or, rushing things maybe prior to the deadline and just having more transparency for our citizens if we have a few throughout the year. Would that be something that we could do?
We can certainly arrange that, and you just indicating you said you want a public meeting, right?
I do, yes.
And we can update the public on where we are on revenues and expenditures, for that quarter.
Yes.
And of course, we would need a little bit of lapse of time after the close of the quarter in order to pull that together. So, but for example, that should be able to be done sometime during October for the first quarter.
Perfect, and thank you. And it doesn't have to be now. I just wanted to, put that little bug in your ear so you can, if it's something we can do or not. Y'all are the experts in finance. I just really like that idea for the sake of transparency and just to be, have a working budget throughout the year, something that is a yearly thing, not just, when the deadline comes up.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions or comments? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. This is a report on the Human Resources Department. First, I want to do an introduction. The Human Resources Department's goal is to ensure that we are in compliance with state and federal guidelines and all applicable labor laws. We also strive to foster relationships with employees that allow them the freedom to be open to discuss various topics of concern with the comfort of knowing the information disclosed is handled in a confidential manner. The department has undergone some major changes that are in line with the vision of the city. The next slide in the presentation will list the accomplishments, short-term goals, and long-term goals for the Human Resources Department. Accomplishments. We changed the name from Support Services to Human Resources Department. We added 2 more staff members within the department, an HR generalist and an HR assistant, and renamed the administrative supervisor position to benefits specialist. We give to
Also, can you, there's people in the waiting room, can you let them in?
in the packet, to be in there.
I mean, I can read it, we don't have it. But I can read it.
Okay. We implement the ability to complete the application process online via our new software portal, Civic HR. We implemented a streamlined process to conduct background checks for employees, non-public safety. Public safety department is still being handled by our police department for its background check. We're in process of implementing a file management portal that will assist with managing employee files from the time of hire until they depart from the organization, whether it's voluntary or involuntary. We streamlined the employee performance evaluation form with helpful feedback from department heads. And we reduced the number of complaints and grievances filed by employees by having a more transparent department and allow them to be more free to be open with their opinions. Our short-term goals. Continue to ensure that we are in compliance with state and federal laws, working on finalizing the updates to the personnel policies and procedures to provide copies to all employees. We're working on trying to establish a pension plan for eligible employees as well as the governing body. Holding a refresher session for all employees to update them on their benefits and any changes that may have occurred. Also, it will allow them to ask questions if needed. And we're working with the Public Safety Department to enhance our recruitment efforts and streamline the processes. Our long-term goals. Again, we're trying to stay updated on all applicable laws. We're going to set up lunch and learn classes for employees to, for example, sexual harassment, hostile work environment, and workplace safety. Continue to do wage and compensation analysis to watch for changes in trends to ensure we remain competitive in the market. Work on having a self-service portal that allows employees to obtain various forms and information such as FMLA, change of address, emergency contact forms, and links to various resources such as AFLAC, Colonial, and Empower. We want to continue to work with the city manager, mayor, and council on ways to help incentivize our employees and continue to come up with innovative ways to engage and empower our employees. Any questions?
Great job, Madeline. With Civic HR, because I know you just spoke on the application process. So will future employees be able to, will this system send them, if we're not interested, we are not interested in hiring them, will it send them something and say to them that we're not, unfortunately, we found someone else or something like that, so their ages aren't just happy?
That portal generates a letter saying we received your application. If you need more information, if you got a letter saying you need more information, your application is complete. And also, if we move to the interview process, it will let the ones that were not selected for interviews, let them know that they're no longer in the process for time.
Okay. And have you all thought about the merit system? I know some of us spoke about it. Is there something going to the merit system?
Or evaluation? That is something that I really feel strongly about, and I just did the evaluation form. So I need to get something together to come back to council to present to you, because I think that would be a great incentive for employees. If we do it like for their annual evaluation.
I think you should also mention, how are you going to that you did those surveys. I think that's a great thing that we did those surveys to measure the culture. I didn't see that, but that shows the initiative. So, thank you.
division there, kind of. They sort of same slide, and I see what you want a little bit. But basically, and read off, we see paragraph, basic planning information, just format a little bit. That's for the work, subdivision, maintenance, street, administration, sanitation, park, fleet maintenance, non-division, street. Nowadays, right now, we're having remodel of, public safety and work, and HR is in progress. And they'll be doing the upgrading and adding LED lights. So, the cost is electricity and that. The street division doing sidewalk maintenance, overseeing pavement, jobs, and the, trying to take care of all the right of ways and signs and process of putting up all the new service lines that have been ordered. Park division take care of all the main thoroughfares and all the parks, get all the ball fields ready, all the activities of the past. And fleet maintenance, maintaining our 286 vehicle fleet. And sanitation administration, handling buildings, and compliance, and signing up customers, and, for administration side, is overseeing all the other divisions also. Last year, we finished the year out at 74.75% of the budget, and 100% on the sanitation. As of this year, the information I have, it should be at 16.91. We're at 13% in streets, 13% on parks, and 15% in sanitation. So we're under budget today. And then the need is I apologize. Short-term goals, the West Management back on track with letting them use the service here. I've had some meetings with them, so they know that we're not satisfied with their operations. They have approved some, but we still have to wait for it. And then the long-term goal is a community portal website. You can go on Henry County DOC and a resident can create a portal and submit a complaint. It creates a work order. It lets them keep the status. And when we complete it, send them a nice email back that they know that it's a phone complete. And skill master. Skill master keeps all the data and maintenance of all the vehicles. Right now, it's stored in our truck. This is 29 years old. That is something we need to look at in the future, because if we lose the service, we lose all the data. And all the other surrounding counties have went with the file system. So that is a definite upgrade that will benefit fleet maintenance, the maintenance of the two vehicles, quick access. So if I come to you and say,
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I'm getting in y'all's way. Y'all was in here first.
So basically, if I come to you and see it was 10 years old, it's only got 6,000 miles, and I ask for a new one, and y'all come back, well, why? And you push the button, and you get full maintenance history, what's all been done with it, y'all very easily see the money going in and the money coming out. It's very easy to justify replacing the vehicle. And Like that farm tractor we need to replace, very first thing put in the city bought when I come to work here, it was 30 years old. And it finally gave its last leg, up to, I did receive an email on sidewalk on one side with my time. I had no research, I reached out to Ms. Gardner, you know, get back to me, see if we can, get that process going, I was not aware of that. Any questions?
I have a question, Mr. Jim. Out on Conley Road, I know it's like unincorporated Forest Park, but it's starting to look like a jungle out there. Who do we have to hold accountable for that?
Frank County Transportation, but it's actually, we call it refuse department, and that's what they,
The refuge department of Clinton County?
Right.
That's good. It's like all nice and clean up, and then you cross that bridge.
and, also you can, keep them tools, pay for them. So you can, keep the little profit.
Okay,
You can throw them down at a 12 pound.
thank you.
So you get the bill.
Yeah, how are you on staffing? Like, you staff, more staff?
Normally before COVID, we would average maybe 60 to 80 hours a day in the service. But since we're close to public, we don't have it. But I do have 4 service slots in 3 departments and 1 service slot in building.
That's my question. I was gonna ask the same question, and I'm sorry for this, kind of taking something from you, but I was wondering if the 3 positions in Parks and Rec for maintenance, couldn't those people, can those positions be given to the public works department, because I knew that you all were short as far as Parks and Rec and building maintenance?
It's 3 guys who maintain the ball field, football field. That was pretty, 4, 6 people. Because we have to pull 3 or 4 days a week, at least 2, 3 people. Because we got, for example, I got a spreadsheet, we got 41 events this month long. And every event has public work involved with one or the other. And our guys work 5 days a week, just to keep up. And we're having to come in on Saturday and possibly Sunday. And while these are city sponsored events, that's coming up.
Okay, well, I apologize for anything, but Mr. Maxwell, is that something that those 3 guys that you're looking to hire and Parks and Rec, are they gonna be assisting with the field?
So they're more of the actual building as far as the cleaning and the maintenance of the building. Because from my understanding, the park department didn't fall up under the recreation department. Only the buildings, which is the cleaning and the minor maintenance of the recreation center, senior center, 696 and 850.
Okay, well, is there any kind of way like we can figure out something so that we're not having to pay all this overtime, and maybe if there's conditions that are frozen and maybe you all don't need, can we just figure it out so that the public works department makes sure they have everything they need, because it is a lot, and I know that not just us, but I know we have a lot of events and we have too. So I wanna make sure that not just the public works department, the department has the people that they need to be successful.
And the next main thing I want y'all to be aware of what A, B, and C is doing. I don't come back in February and say, I need more money. God forbid we have a hurricane, or if we have rough winter, that would definitely ease up in a hurry on top of what we already have.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't even wait till February to drink, if we need to just fire and make that ask. And, add to the positions that you need if you need more people out there, because, you know, we see our public work guys every day out there doing everything. Paying attention to detail, like, it's very good work that we're doing. And I know that the Christmas decorations are coming out, a lot of everybody got to come.
As for the maintenance, we got 6 people, including supervisors.
Oh,
I
man,
have one spot closed, that's the entire department, 6 people, with help of the park department. Put all the decorations up, make them wired up, and make them work.
is there a concept for the community service to come back?
That is something that I want to get over themselves with this other situation. But I don't want to bring something in, and I know y'all don't. I know they take a baby step, and lead them to something, and then it'll be all right. Another question.
Let me ask you, related to, is there a reason why the position, should be unfrozen?
They were frozen, to my knowledge, prior to my time, the signing of the new sanitation, contract, they wanted it lowered a certain amount. So they froze all the slots, and still, with the new contract, did not reach the, percentage that y'all asked for.
So, because of the budget cut, you know, they're frozen.
Correct.
So, you need those positions to be unfrozen?
It sure would be nice, but I just know that right now, when I stood up here in June, we had a percentage, and I was already above the percentage that y'all wanted. So I would ask the position, and it was just only higher up. If you got the next department, I got your 6% cut, but I couldn't give you the 6% due to the sanitation budget. You got to do all the other line items. So if we can free up building maintenance and possibly one operator to still leave 2 closures, that would be greatly appreciated.
So I think we should look, okay.
I was gonna say, to bring that to
Well, I appreciate that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Whatever, not just leaving too, if you need those, you can bring that forward. I mean, social work is just as important than the other department, and we want to make sure we have everything we need, like I said, to be successful. If all the business is down frozen, then we can figure something out, and then our finance department can work their magic and move on. But I'm definitely in favor of it.
Everyone y'all know that anything that goes wrong with this city, we want to have it, leave the finger in somewhere.
I got one, back up to the, West Bank situation, we just previously talked about an increase, 3 or 4. Yeah. Did, they come to us with that, or we arbitrarily having that situation? Reason I'm asking is, you know, you get a lot of gripes and complaints about the service. We don't give them an increase, which that's fine, but you deal with them directly about the timing and service and all that. They know that there's problems out there with the general reconcile right.
Right, and something that I'm gonna address is, you would think that some people steal other people's folks. Well, under the new contract, you have more than 2 garbage cans, they can charge us. So we're gonna notify every resident that we're getting charged. Listen, you wanna pay this, or we wanna refill your can?
I agree with them.
You told me.
Everybody's got to talk their part.
I mean, I don't wanna be a bad guy,
Well,
but at the end of the year, I wanna be not good.
I just have a question, this is for Mike, I guess. Mike, what are is there an update on the negotiations with that plan coming out of there? I just really don't want to let that die out, because it's bad. It's costing money.
So, I had a conversation with
and, something like that. I mean, I don't know, actually about 2 weeks ago, in connection with another matter, you know, I think what the suggested was kind of a conversation that, you know, sit down with them and have a conversation. Their bottom line is they do not feel that cost effective for them to move on their own. And they would certainly entertain that if the cost is borne by someone else. So there's some other options that you have, and that it's probably discussing executive session, and don't necessarily involve litigation, but involving other ways to address the issue, at least for the surrounding area.
So everybody knows that this is a huge issue for me. And we had a conference call once with them, and that was, I'm sorry, again. But we had a conference call with them, and that's all they were talking about, is them. And at this point, it's not about them, it's about them. So my thing is, and like you said, maybe we can discuss it in the executive session, at this point, what do we need to do to have them gone? Right, there's no negotiating, we don't want you in the middle of our community, the residents are suffering because of it, and we don't care what we have to pay, we wanna know what we can do to move forward.
It's not against waste management, it's just the placement of that. Just driving by, the smell is just, I can't even imagine having to live there, and trying to have people over. And you can clearly see like one side of the street is black and like, thinking the other side is clear, and then these trucks are coming in, just putting all their juices on there.
So I'm going to say, really the alternative, because I don't want to, say, be gone, and you don't have a place to quit. You know, we need to have an alternative before we.
Can we discuss that in executive session?
Thank you for your hard work.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. First and foremost, I want to apologize for our technical difficulties that we got. It is with an honor that I give a report for the Park Police Department. As you can see, we've appropriated approximately $10 million. What we're doing in the department, we're doing things a little bit different. We're empowering our officers to think outside the box. We're enhancing training, technology, and we're building long and lasting relationships. When I talk about long and lasting relationships, in other words, we want our officers again to do something different. Is to use our playing basketball without a contact basketball. If you see the other person on forward, get out and make contact with the other person on forward. What we're doing is we're getting intelligent deposits in our community. We're expanding our outreach initiative. And based on the officers and their commitment, based on the community's commitment to work with us, and based on this governing body's commitment, it is a pleasure to stand here today and talk about the hard work of the men and women in the village. As of today, we are witnessing a record low as far as reported crime. And when I say a record low, I'm not talking about a 2-year low or 3-year low. Based on the data that's been submitted, we are facing a record low as of today of 21 years. You already give me yourself a round of applause because I'm talking about 21-year record low. Well, and I don't think it's right. I get But, you know, we're not stopping there. We're at a record low. We also went back and we looked at our response time. When we look at our response time, 2020, the first 9 months, versus 2018. You know, I cannot go with 2019. So I'm going to use 2020 versus 2018. We had a decrease of approximately 29%. Even though we're short approximately 29 dollars. Our response time has increased by almost 29%. That's a testament to the men and women that work for you every day for our police department. What we're also doing is that we're enhancing 21st century policing. We're holding ourselves accountable. You know, you can see the trends taking place around the country. You can see chief exiting the law enforcement profession. You can see young, wealthy, old exiting the law enforcement profession. And guess what? We're not immune. We're going to have some people that exit the law enforcement profession here also. And I can paraphrase the mayor, paraphrase Councilwoman Wells. You know, we want people here that want to be here. And when you want to be here, you'll give 110%. And if you don't want to be here, guess what? You're just going to check. You're not going to give 110%. You, the people in the audience, and the men and women, the boys and girls, and our guests deserve nothing but the best. But we have to go the extra mile. We have to make sure that we're making daily deposits in our community bank. And that's from me all the way down to the interlevel patrolman. Every day, we have to make deposits in our community bank. We can't have it any other way. So again, that's a testament to our staff. We're also reviewing our policies and procedures to make sure they're best practices. I can't stress enough, we're holding our staff accountable. Some of our short-term goals is enhance recruitment, ensure the vision of the governing body is executed, enhance community relations, seek alternative funding sources as far as grants and donations, and to continue to reduce crime. Think about it one moment. Who wants to come in and reside in a city or bring a business to the city that's ridden with crime? And I'm not trying to disparage any cities up around us, but if you just look around for a little bit, you will see that some cities' crimes are going up. Ours is at a 21 years. Some of our long-term goals is to fill all of our vacant positions, to ensure officers' wellness, and think about it one moment. And that's, you know, if you think about President Obama, when President of Police Division, those 6 pillars. Oftentimes we forget about officers' wellness. We want to ensure that our officers are mentally and physically ready when he or she get in that patrol car every day. Sometimes we forget about this. We have to offer initiatives to ensure their wellness. We want to continue to reduce crime, continue to enhance and ensure greater visibility. And I can't stress enough, we want to increase those what I call non-enforcement contact with our community. Some of our things that we're doing, and it's community policing at its best, such as Operation 1050. We're going to re-implement Operation 1050. Captain Gentry, who is one of my captains of operations, he don't know this yet. Operation 1050. Every 50 minutes, if you're not on a call, I want you to get out of the car and make contact with the community. Somebody in the community, what can we do to enhance our service delivery? Operation Inside Out. During the holiday season, some of our staff is in the building. We want to take them out of the building, put them back in the operation. We're not going out there to write citations. We're going out there for increased visibility and, again, to build those enhanced relationships and ask the community again, what can we do to enhance our service delivery? I want to hear from the community. And I can't wait until this COVID to relax. Because I want to get back out into the church, the school, the city organization. Because guess what? All the citizens can't get to me. But you bring people to the car and you pay for the gas. I can go to some of the citizens. I enjoy going to the churches and talking to people. And Councilwoman Texas, he can attest to that because he had a meeting with the youth and he had to run me out. I wouldn't shut up. He knows I'm not talking.
The Spanish church back there.
I will give him 30 minutes. I stay here about 3 hours. Some of our departmental concerns is that we know, we've talked about this, we need a new and/or renovated facility. We need to enhance our software. We need an incident command post. We need body cameras. And I know those body cameras are going to cost approximately about $120,000 a year plus. We know there's the money in appropriate and upcoming SPLOST funds. But we need to ask ourselves the question, can we wait? That SPLOST fund won't be due until like in January. Can we wait? We can't predict critical incidents, but we have to be ready. We need funding for radios in our patrol calls. And then we also talk about the COVID-19 wish list. We need additional PPE, funding for brochures and literature to educate our citizens and our guests. Enhanced training, contactless items as well as our dispensary, our restroom, our driver. And we need to purchase an E911 recorder. The recorder we have now is on loan by the Clayton County Police Department. Ours went down some months ago. That recorder costs about $140,000, $148,000. Takes 2 months to construct it. But it records all of our calls that come into our dispatch communication system. We need that. Now, even though the recording system costs about $148,000, the uptake is the maintenance agreement of almost $750,000 for a 10-year period. Again, that's essential. That's something that we need. If you have any questions for me, if I'm not going to be long-winded, I'm going to make my steps here. Any questions?
I have a question, more of a statement. First of all, I want to thank you, Chief, for all of your hard work, and anybody that really cares about this community, will be very proud of our police department right now. 21 years low, to me, the clap for it louder. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you, our officers, for your hard work. I've been in the city 33 years, and the community policing that I see now, I have never seen this before. My son was at the basketball court. The police officer got out of the car playing basketball with him, and I thought that was phenomenal because I've never seen it. So thank you so much, because community policing is everything. We don't want to be known for just getting out writing tickets, and that's the only relationship that you have, the police officers have with the community. It's about community policing and getting to know the community that you work in. So thank you so much for your hard work. If anybody's against that, then something's wrong with them. Not the department itself. So thank you so much, Chief. Like that really means a lot to someone that really feels about our community.
And I can't say enough, on behalf of the men and women of the Fort Park Police Department, we want to thank you, this young body, the most important of this community, for allowing us the opportunity to serve you. You could have selected anybody if you gave us an opportunity to serve you. And for that, we are so grateful.
Yes, I think I've spoken to you before about this, but I have a legitimate concern about the number of people that are leaving our police department. Now, I know that you made a comment or a statement that we really don't want anybody here that don't want to be here. But I'm concerned about the morale and I'm just genuinely concerned. I think that because I've had this with you before, I think that we as a council that we push away from the department. And I think that maybe largely, I don't know, maybe HR can do a survey or whatever, maybe largely the reason why people are leaving, but that's concerning to me because if we already had a deficit in the amount of officers that we have in our police department, and now we're having people leaving, we have been here for a long time, it's concerning. It's concerning, and I'm concerned about our officers, our police officers. Can you speak to that?
Yes, ma'am. We're more than happy to.
Because maybe I can add on to it. My statement is that the chief of police in the city of Atlanta resigned. Because of everything that's going on. We can't just, and I'm not saying you are, but we can't just point the finger at chief because people are deciding to leave. Everybody heard the numbers, So again, if you don't want to be here, then maybe this is not the place for you. But it's not just in the city of Forest Park. And like she said, we're not immune to everything that's going on in the world right now. So of course people are gonna leave. People don't feel safe being officers anymore. And then people don't like change. So when you get new leadership and you used to doing things the old way, of course you're gonna want to leave. And then that's when we realize this isn't the place for you. So find you somewhere where you can do what you want to do, and you don't have a leader such as the chief, to make the initiative to make that department better because he's done an amazing job. So if people are leaving, I'm not gonna say it's because of him or the morale. People have their mind set up that they don't want to be in law enforcement anymore. I spoke with an officer who's been with the city for 20 years. He has money, he wants to take care of his mom. He don't want to be an officer no more because it's too dangerous. And you ride into so far, people look at you like the enemy. So it's not just Forest Park Police Department, it's every police department. And like I said, the numbers speak for themselves. So again, if people feel like they want to leave and they don't want to adapt to change, then make that decision.
And I'll be more than happy to speak to that. Just before coming to this meeting, I made contact with around also say what kind of training was what taking place. I call each one police department. Each one police department, every day they have approximately 25 days. Kind of keep up with the fourth part. Last year, they lost from 20 to 1 people. So again, look at it. A lot of officers are leaving and going places like Dunn Creek, Sanders Springs, Brookhaven. They're going places with better benefits. They're going places with a take-home car. They're going places with a retirement system that we invest in 5 to 10 years. That's something we don't have. And when I started law enforcement some 30-some years ago, I didn't have any choice. You know, when I joined the police department, I stayed there. Nowadays, you have choices. So it's going to be hard to get a young person or an old person to stay there. If you look around the country, we're faced with some difficult times in law enforcement. We're under attack. We're under attack by some of the citizens within the community. We're under attack by some of the government bodies. Not saying that it's taking place here, but just look around. We know the truth. Like I said earlier, we're seeing chiefs step down. If you look at Seattle, chiefs step down. If you look at Dallas, Texas, chiefs step down. This is taking place around the country because of the day and time that we're living in. We're under assault. And you got some people that's been on the police department for a long time, a lot of them stepping down behind law enforcement because of the danger, because of the stress, and because of the relationships we call on our loved ones at home. And if you think in the young people who's going to recruit, when I say young, I mean young is in 10 years for being housed in the police department. A lot of them don't want to get law enforcement anymore. They see what's taking place. They see some officers now being charged with felonies. They see this taking place around the country. But again, I want to say it's a testament to the men and women that vested through here in our city that we're faced now with a crime rate, a reported crime rate of a 21-year low. That's a testament to the hard-working men and women of our city. When we start saying people are stepping down, I've been in law enforcement for 30-something years. When we start talking about morale, I'll be the first one to admit to you that's a buzzword. Because think about it. We have people that are losing their jobs. We have people that are losing their lives with COVID-19. We have officers here, we give them pay increases, we give them take-home calls, and we're doing a lot of things, enhancing their training. We think about morale is low, we got people that losing their jobs and losing their lives. I'm the first one want morale to be high. But I guess I'm a little bit old school. Morale starts with me. You could take now everybody in this room and give everybody a brand new $100 bill. Somebody gonna walk out of this room, hey, you could have gave me $200. I didn't want to work with it. It's gonna happen. That's just human nature. So again, I don't think we can blame any one person. We start from my morale low because in law enforcement, we good at doing 2 things. You know, we want change, but we don't change the fact that. And we don't want the status quo. That's just the way it is in law enforcement. So again, I want morality. I want everybody to be happy. But at the end of the day, it's human nature. Everybody's not going to be happy. And then we fall back on morality. So again, if you look at our stats, we have some dedicated men and women that step up to the plate, even though we work for the objectives for our resources, that step up to the plate and make it happen. These are the kind of men and women you want on the forefront with.
Maybe I used the wrong word when I said morale. I don't want to get stuck on that word. And I can appreciate everything that's happening around the country. And I know that our officers, my hat goes off to all of our officers. And thank you for what you do for the city of Forest Park. And thank you for those that are remaining. But again, I just want to make sure that we are addressing wherever the concerns are within our department. So I don't know if there's something that can be done as far as the survey, a survey of the officers, because I don't want anyone else to leave. Because like you said, that the crime rate is low. I don't think us as a council are negatively attacking our officers as someone doing across the country. I'm just.
Well, I would say this to you a couple of days also, but when you start holding people accountable, People are going to leave. You start with people council, they're going to leave. If you just stop and think, when I first took command of this department, the then city manager, and this governing body told me on several occasions what I had doing. And I've given this city, and will continue to give this city 110%. But everybody on this governing body knows what I have. I don't think anybody can expect me to come in a year and a half and do what we've done in 25 years. That's not fair to me, that's not fair to the community. It's certainly not fair to the law, the work every day. So again, I'm gonna continue to give 110%. I'm hoping people won't leave, but that's not human nature, because they're leaving around all departments. If you look at Atlanta, I'm 200 short. If you look at, like I say, each one, 25 short. If you look at the sheriff department, short. I don't know if any department, especially in the metro area, the department is not facing some deficit.
So are we looking to get the chief to fill that role over there, or I mean, I guess it's something that we might have to discuss in the executive session, because you're the.
And you know what, I agree on this time, go over the line, but we can't get another chief, we don't get this man contract signed as far as being our public safety director. And I don't feel like any other person could fill his shoes. Like the man was, we're a 21-year-old, that's unheard of. That is unheard of in a year and a half, but yet we're postponing signing his contract to make him our public safety director. Why wouldn't we want him over public safety? If he can come in a year and a half and turn our department around. You know, so yeah, there is a disconnect, and I think it starts with that. So in order for us to move forward and to find another chief, then we got to take care of him as our public safety director, make sure those loose ends are tied before we can do anything. And maybe we can discuss that because there's been a concern of mine for a while.
So when I vetoed the contract initially, it was for us to come back and possibly try to come to a happy medium that has yet to occur. But in the interim, serving in the capacity as a public safety director, even though that person would have some authority over the police department, there's a difference in being over something and then being in there in the trenches. And I didn't feel that removing him completely from that role was satisfactory, and I stand by that.
Well, if we want to get technical, you really didn't veto. And I have it in my email, that was not a veto, so maybe that's something we need to discuss in the executive session as well.
You can, give that involved legal advice, it's probably discussed with executive session, and you know, it's obviously the difference of opinion as to whether the language is special detail or not. But I'd like to finish that in the executive session.
So my final question is in regards to the police department, how we use it on the budget?
Well, right now, we make a lot of purchases, we do a lot of enhanced training, but we're still within our budget limit. You know, like last year, we turned money back into the general fund. That's what this man wants to do, to make sure that he or she will deal with this in the finance of the fund. So by all means, I stress to myself, you know, we want to enhance training, we want to enhance equipment, but we want our deal within our limit. And we can't, then we need to come up with $4,000. Because that's the thing that's taking place with COVID, the thing that's beyond our control, that's the thing we can't even foresee. So there's a possibility we have to come back to $4,000.
When is the application process for
It's an ongoing process. So it's going to be ongoing through the
I know there's a deputy also position that usually to stay for the chief once he comes in.
So in fact, we're going to talk to the HR director, we're going to go ahead and I have that we can also agree.
And I guess as far as good chief, it's amazing. And I know that it's a testament to the hard work you do in our officers, so thank you for that. And you know, I see it firsthand, just them at the events, talking to the children, talking to the students, anybody at the event. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you know, I know you're doing great things, but you know, let's just address, I guess, whatever it is that came up from whoever. just see what's going on and have those conversations. And like you mentioned, not everybody's gonna be happy, and with change comes, people will go. I honestly admire the people that are still here with us because, I can't even imagine being outside during these times, especially if you're a person that does your work well and you take pride in what you do. They are being impacted a lot, but rightfully so. A lot of people are not doing what they're supposed to do, so we gotta hold everybody accountable. So yeah, thank you for all your work, Chief. And have you thought about advertising? I've noticed that on Jonesboro Road, there's big signs, and they're just dirty there with nothing. And I saw we have a light up one that says hiring police officers, but if we put some up there with Buddy over there's face, I know we might get some people. Kevin Jensen's face.
And that would be something we look at, but really doing now is our advertising are nationwide. We will compare and qualified out there. Now it's we see, but at the C level, we're qualified.
And I guess the reason I say that, I would love just, I know it's hard to even find officers, but for, local ones from here would be, just great to have. Numbers showing everything, teachers, officers, firefighters that are within the community. So that great investment. That was just an idea, but thank y'all for this.
Chief, one last thing, the neighborhood watch, I know that was taken away, and I agree 100% with what you said. The neighborhood watch meeting should be in the neighborhood and at the police station. So is that something that you all are working on getting?
It's gonna obviously, because we're looking at all types of neighborhoods. When I first went to the neighborhood watch meetings, I asked the community, I went myself in one location. We work with me, so that's why I take the neighborhood watch meetings back into the neighborhood. And then we'll come to you. And if that don't work, we'll bring it back to the police force. So we're open to doing an array of things. We're gonna make some changes. When I first took over, to make it clear that change is coming. Because I want to ensure that we're giving this community 100% and that at the end of the day, that we are second to none to the city. So we're open to an array of things. We want to think a little bit different. Like I said earlier, I want to empower people to do some things a little bit. So we're open to bringing the watch back.
Oh, I know we're not there yet.
Are we not praying and doing the pledge? I'm sorry, I'm excited for little things.
Okay. Good evening, Madam Mayor and council members. Again, our COVID numbers continue to look good. We continue to have a steady statewide decline. The current Clayton County numbers are 7,178 cases, which results or is a result of a 19 case increase in the past 24 hours. And as of this evening, I was fortunate enough to get numbers at 5 o'clock this evening. We have 788 cases in the Forest Park address area, which is only 3 cases more since Friday and for the weekend when we were additional 40 cases. All of these numbers again are cumulative, as I said before. The rate of daily positive cases has decreased even more to a flat 10%, 10.0%. Currently, the 14-day daily average of the new cases remains on a steady decline statewide. The medical providers and laboratories who administer these cases and process the testing for these cases are required by law to report their positive cases immediately to the Department of Public Health, Division of District Health Officers. Any information disseminated from the Department of Public Health is in the form of positive case numbers assimilated daily from state and county numbers. And our information for the city is provided by the county epidemiologist office on a weekly basis. All patient-specific information is protected through the HIPAA laws in all reported cases, and therefore any information about specific cases would have to come directly from patients and their families. We only receive sanitized numbers. To this end, our
deployment of the city of Forest Park have been successful at minimizing the infections that we have had employees succumb to. We've had no reported transmissions within any of the departments between employees. However, we have recently had some gatherings in the park, which do raise cause for concern, and just must remember that those need attention to making sure that participants are adhering to the guidelines and the recommendations as well as any requirements that the city sets forth for those events. Otherwise, the public is still encouraged and to follow good personal hygiene processes, hand washing, social distancing, and the wearing of masks when the distancing cannot be maintained. And with that, I'll take any questions.
A question, maybe? Okay, go ahead. I see my mom do that.
So I was just gonna say that I have been in touch with and I sent you a message to you guys. Yeah. I've been in contact with the COVID call center. It's kind of even then to kind of get me kind of see how everything is included. And I heard how you said the numbers are. The reason I did it, and I wanted to kind of bring it out to everybody, is because a student of ours, and of course everything is confidential, so a student of ours and the family, whole family got COVID. And they got COVID because one of the parents worked at like Waffle House that doesn't require masks for what happened. They brought it home to the family, and then that family had their elderly family members. They had it now. So and these are all within Forest Park. And so my question to the call center is in the COVID call is, are our numbers actually accurate? I mean, because I know that if you go to a doctor, the doctor has to kind of send the information over to whomever to say it's a positive case. But in this particular case, there's no doctor. It was for the centers around, to really drive by and see if you got it. And then they had a run of fever and all that kind of stuff. So those are the kind of questions that I'm asking of the doctor. We were not able to play a real phone tag. I wasn't able to actually talk with her today. So hopefully I'll be talking with her tomorrow. But so I'm just concerned with that in that instance, if you have a lot of that happening, and they're not necessarily going to see a primary care doctor or going into a doctor's office, because they said if you get positive, the best thing you can do is stay home in the quarantine. So I'm just concerned that maybe the numbers may be a little higher than that.
Well, I can speak to that. The legal requirements of reporting apply to any location that is conducting testing, including the regulator home clinic, a doctor's office, any of the state Department of Public Health locations. So those are all coordinated through the state Department of Public Health, through the local county departments of Board of Health. So they all committed to that same requirement. They submit their information either typically daily into that same database. So the primary issue is how timely that information is getting in. But they are all expected to report into that same database. Regardless of whether it's a doctor's office or a clinic for testing or
That answered my question. Thank you. I was going to ask like that, how you must report other people.
and the testing sites, come up and down, throughout the state, throughout the county. As the Board of Health identifies an area or even may have a request, such as in the case of two of our previous test sites here in the city, they may have a specific request for a weekend or a day test site. And they will assemble Board of Health employees and local resources for the business
It's not for something major, but since we're talking about the golden state, do we have a plan there, or do we have a plan in place for us to open it up so that we don't have to put people out of the meeting, because I know we've been talking about that for a while, and we still don't have a plan for it.
And we have discussed it for a while. And the city manager, Mr. Garza, said that he was going to come up with a plan. And we have sent the.
So the mayor doesn't have anything to do with it, Mike, the mayor doesn't have anything to do with the deal with that one, because I know she's the one that closed. So they have to work together.
Ideally, my understanding from the last discussion is that it was going to be the city manager.
Item 5, there are no presentations. If I am correct? Well, no, there is another item. Item 6, Mr. Williams, you have the floor. Item 7 of the agenda. Discussion 1 is the confirmation of the city clerk. Councilwoman Wells, did you have anything to add?
Yes, I just know, initially, we didn't appoint a city clerk, the city manager, just based on my in that position. And so I wanted to, appoint, Sharice as our city clerk.
Any other discussion?
I just want to thank the, Ms. Greta for sitting while we, found this position. Thank you for your service.
Anyone? Item 2, discussion on the newly updated, noise ordinance. That's our current ordinance has not been revised or updated since 1959. As such, it is very outdated. The ordinance provides specific measurable standards to apply to all persons and businesses with respect to noise. It establishes categories of noise, days and hours in which noise standards are established, and maximum decibel levels for various categories of noises. It also establishes a permit system for certain types of amplified noises, i.e. at business establishments. Finally, it establishes a mechanism for addressing chronic commercial noise.
Mike, would airplanes follow you?
Airplanes are not governed by the FAA as a whole different category. That we're putting it from regulated to the local level. So this ordinance was initially presented to the council almost a year ago, and then we had a discussion of it at the retreat at the beginning of the year. The only thing that has changed from the original version is the time on weekends during which long maintenance and garage machinery can be operated. And so the time changed. It was 9 o'clock the start time, and now the start time would be 8 o'clock. But beyond that, it's essentially the same. It's stated in the background summary, you all have not updated the noise ordinance for approximately 60 years. And so dealing with some of the complaints that you're receiving over the years about the noise from the transfer station, I went to look at the noise ordinance and realized we don't really address that. And so in addition to sort of the standard provisions regulating noise via decibel level by in a specific in terms of 50 decibels, 55 decibels, depending on the type of noise, there are some changes. One major change is the chronic commercial noise. So what is provided in this code section is if you get a number of complaints about the same commercial entity, the city manager or the city manager's designee can designate that commercial business as chronic noise nuisance. And if that's the case, then a referral is made to the mayor council, and a meeting is required to be held And part of, what is to come out of that is a noise mitigation plan that they're supposed to follow. If they don't follow the noise mitigation plan, or if they're otherwise, uncooperative, then we would, basically go to look at it in terms of applying all the procedures and the standards for noise. And that's provided in the ordinance. They will referring violations for every day that's a particular violation, but they could stack up. And so the noise mitigation plan is meant to be more of a carrot, that is, to be realized that there's certain types of noise that can't control, whether it's a backfire on a truck or just general noise like that. But if they agree to engage in a noise mitigation plan, then that could be used to offset potentially some of the fines that they might incur, because by entering into that plan, they're trying to be cooperative with the city to work together. The other addition is a permit application for certain types of amplified noise, whether it's a commercial or residential. So if someone wanted to have a graduation party in the backyard and have music, and there's some concern that would exceed the noise level, so they could apply with a permit for temporary ability to have music in the backyard. And similarly for businesses, if you wanted to have a music playing on the patio or something like that that might impact your neighbors, then you can apply for a permit. And there are standards for issuing and certain limits on, okay, if we give you one, then you still can't exceed the time frame established for permit. Think that's it. By and large, the ordinance is ready for adoption. I'm happy to recommend you adopt it. And you realize, you've seen it a few times, but you haven't made a lot of changes based on the policy. Our recommendation is to approve.
Okay, so, this is three things, in section 2, you made reference to that the 11-1-26 and 11-1-27 is going to be reviewed, and when I look at it, it has a whole bunch of stuff in it about noise. So are you saying that this is actually, this replaces all of that, so it speaks to the loud music and yelling and all that stuff? Okay, and then, the decimals, I guess it's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so, vehicle wise, can you tell me what, like this one is, what, give me an equivalent of what that is?
I honestly wish I could, if that's a matter of perception, and just like I've never mentioned it here, I'm past that. I cannot hear out of my level. So what's 50 decibels for me is way louder than you. So that's, and part of this is you put that standard in identified machine. So I just, that's something where, if you wanted to, engage in that, you have to literally, get a sound making device and the machine, and you stand,
There's actually a machine that because I'm looking at the wording of it, the amplified sound system is only distributed at 11-5-5, and it has outline of 50 decibels, up to 55, and 55 is greater. And I'm just trying to figure out if it
so yeah, and so what would happen, under the current ordinance, you really don't have that, those standards laid out like that, and so you have to get, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the device, so that the register sound, and the code enforcement would have that, so there's a complaint, and, they would go out, and, let's just say there's music in the park, but, so you have complaints, they would go out and stand 100 yards away, turn the device on, and if it registers above that, then that's a violation. That would be a standard. It's a lot like when you use speed, but you have a calibrated device that you use to think that would be something we would have to go out at a minimum to, ask code enforcement officers to have them and have access.
And finally, on the last page, is the variance, really reference to the director of community development.
That's the part of that, that's just the code enforcement and planning and zoning. Anyway, I did see, anything against the key reasons. How do you affect that? There's a provision in here about vehicle noise, and so of course that would be multiple violations. You have the noise, the prohibition, as well as the traffic violations. Is that just going on a road and keep coming against that? I've heard generally about that, but this is addressing it overall. In 11 dash 5 dash 10, subsection 2 is a provision about racism. No, that would be covered under that. So, it would be unlawful to operate a vehicle in a way that all that stuff is covered under that. Do anybody know about that? I was like down this week in the I was told that a group of people came for the car show in the parking lot of Cremon Post Plaza, and they issued a couple of tokens. So then some of them visited the JD Park, and so they only had one, so then honestly they gathered multiple cars, so then they had one that was made up and swollen tires and things a little bit else. But other than that, they were very professional and left and did what they had to do without any problems. I know the owner didn't like it, they blamed each other as far as things going on, but any incidents that happened with that one.
I see a discussion on the fire and EMS career exploring post. Apparatus operator Taylor. Background summary. Under the authority of new Fire Chief Don J. Horton and his directives and oversight of fire apparatus operator Marcus Taylor, the Forest Park Fire and EMS were established as part of Fire Explorer Post in conjunction with the Boy Scouts of America. Fire and EMS Career Exploring is a hands-on program open to young men and women from the 6th grade to 20 years of age, with an interest in learning more about careers in the field of fire and emergency services. The program will offer benefits such as improved self-confidence, leadership experience, and social network development, fun and exciting hands-on career experiences, community service opportunities, college and career readiness preparation, and hopefully even scholarship opportunities. In addition, it will involve a cross-section of society youth and young adults and pre-identify local young adults for a career in the Forest Park Fire and EMS.
How's everyone doing? I wanted to start by asking, have any of you guys ever had passion? Well, I have a passion for inside products and a passion for teaching. And having an Explorer program would actually allow me to indulge in both of those. There's benefits for having an Explorer program. The program allows us to train young men and women within our community to a point of being able to enter into the workforce once they graduate high school and being job ready. They will have knowledge and certifications necessary to become full-time paid employees in the fire department, in our area, and hopefully within the city of Forest Park. We will be in the next year, so we will have it would create a hiring pool for the fire department, having young men and women that grew up in the city actually serving on the fire department would be, good for the community at large and the next generation of firefighters coming up behind it. So being an explorer will provide members the opportunity to apply for scholarships. Some of the scholarships that they can apply for is the Motorola Solutions Foundation Public Safety Explorer Scholarship. And also the International Association of Fire Chiefs Foundation Scholarship. The cost for the Explorer program for the city is nothing. The applicants would have to pay an application fee, $35, and then also an annual fee of $30. Like I said, there's no cost to the city. The liability insurance that each Explorer member would need would be covered by their application through the Boy Scouts. I actually had a meeting with our representative for the Boy Scouts Thursday, and to sit down and discuss the next steps in creating and managing and implementing the Explorer program. Like I started by saying, this is something that I have a passion for. I've been wanting to start an Explorer program for a while. And under Chief Horton, I've been given the opportunity to do that. And I would really like to be able to do that.
So I thought the Boy Scouts went bankrupt.
They filed for bankruptcy.
Okay. I love it, but I would love something for our ladies too.
It is. It's man and women.
Oh, it is?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then I guess, do we do this type of pushing into our schools?
That will be our next step, is to start recruiting.
Okay.
And to try to, I would like to start with at least 10 to 15 men and women, or young men and women. And we will be going into the schools and actually setting up a table, like during the lunch times or whatever, and having them come and kind of introducing this Explorer program to our youth.
I love it. I also want to just, I guess, currently it's free, but I would love to invest some of our city money into this, even if I have to put my own publicity, because I would love for us to invest in some local talent for our fire department.
And I've also, reached out to some of the other departments that have really successful Explorer programs, and I've already been offered gear, the fire gear that is being donated to us for our sports gear. I'm also talking with someone else to try to get, well, they would have to have uniforms, so to get T-shirts and boots and stuff like that, and just get them outfitted for what they need to in the program.
Please don't hesitate to ask. I'm an educator myself, and I'm very passionate for this, and just, your profession. Thank you all for what you do, and, we have to invest in our future. If not, who will? This is our future. So thank you.
That's right. I agree 100%. I was just up there smiling. I think that is a great initiative. I appreciate you for bringing it forward. And if there is anything that I can do, please don't hesitate to contact me, because I would definitely like to be involved. I think it's huge, and getting people in the community, from the community, to work for the community, that's huge. So thank you so much, and please don't hesitate to contact me, because I want to.
That means go get something together and bring it back. And start with ask. I definitely will.
I was going to say that I already have two students in mind that go to math and actually because of math so math so facility, so I'm going to talk to you contacting them. We wanted to be a firefighter. And so, oh man, thank you. This is awesome. Thank you. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing us to do this. And this has been within our personal experience for Explorer for the last 20 years. I have committed, and I'm going to say this to each of you all, I'm going to stay out of my pocket for the first 20 years. I don't want to get into carrying it today, but they'll be because held back because of $35. I realize I'm the but I realize I'm glad that I've been put in a position to help. So I'm going to commit the first student, 22 to $35. The charge I have for you all, as you leave the guys this night, to reach out in the community and identify it. As they look at Dawn Important, they too can do. So that's a challenge we face today. You talk about females, we call them firefighters, not firemen. We welcome females also. You talk about what we're going to do in the future. I'm going to partner with one of the council people, and we're going to ensure that every student graduates with CPR. That's right. So those individuals have a seat at the table. I am so optimistic about the future of the fire department. I have the opportunity to work with some honorable people. And look, I've told people, City Field is not like Katie travel all the way across. We're going to roll that stage up and we're going to work, and we won't be disturbed on whether it's money or not. We'll look for our options and grants. So I need your support. I want to reach out in the district. I ask for it for young people to be a part of it.
Did I get your problem here?
I'm a cowboy as always.
Oh, okay, all right.
I think we have to do for the general, so it's on the practice. It was before the storm.
I can see.
Okay, you can, proceed.
So all of them there, down to person, Madam Clerk, Mr. Walker, and Mr. Clark. We're going to talk to you today about public service now, for sitting around 5 and 55. And I have with me part of the team, Captain Sam Addy, who will speak to this. I could.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Before you, I've already placed a little information packet that's in the bag. Serve up teacher safety, fire safety system. And every year that we run calls, more than half of those calls are to teaching fires. And more than half of those teaching fires involve the stove fire. So this year, this is a NFPA campaign. Every year, the first week of October, they continue to get their contribution week. And normally we go into the schools and we take the second grade and we'll take the fire safety trailer that we have and take them through that. However, the fire safety trailer is not issued to the point. There's some issues with it. But, and with the COVID, the schools have been closed down, so through online teaching. So this year what we've done is, with this information package, we've been going to, we started it today. We're standing before running grocery stores and a couple of department stores in the first time. And just handing out some of these packets. And it gives them some ideas in your package. There is a newsletter for the adults talking about what they do, that would help them have more safer for the kids. Thinking of what we do in New York as far as not being taught to and items. And so this is basically an information. Also, there is a children's activity sheet, and gives them some ideas to teach the children on teaching safety and working on stuff. Now, I'll finish the system. But this is, we just want to bring this campaign before you and show you what we're doing for this week for the proposition. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next item I have on my agenda, and I believe I have the one that was sent out in the spring. This one was sent out over the weekend, correct? Discussion of the budget meeting minutes and city hearing. Councilwoman James.
So the budget Budget. That's the order? Okay. The budget minute meeting has to do with the first budget, that we had. And when we came up here, we did have, minutes. It's very, like an 8-hour session that we had on Monday. And, so I would like for, I don't know if you can, I was trying to get them an updated, detailed minutes from our budget that we had. Any other comments? Yeah, well, we were, this was on our desk, when we arrived, so, I mean, I haven't read through it, but just looking at it, it's not, so we talked about some really detailed, so we directed it. I don't know if that's what it is. I agree. We had an 8-hour, I know we've been waiting for a long time. I mean, but it's not enough. 8 hours and it's only 3 pages. I'm not for verbatim, but I think the budget meeting should be a little more detailed than here. And my name's still on. I don't know, at some point, we may have to go to the executive session, but I want to propose to the council, that I am recommending that we terminate the services. The only comment that I would say is that, we had delivered the letter that was signed by the majority of the council, working for the council. And that letter has not been addressed at all. And I need to confirm the next day, like, coming in on that Tuesday. That never talked with Mr. Barton. And nothing has been addressed. And even, when, in which Mr. Barton speaks to college, I'm not in that favor. That is my recommendation. And the unresponsiveness of the council.
I guess, when did we do that letter? I just like it's not enough time for him to address it, especially if he had that procedure. I don't know, I think it's a bit unfair.
Well, we did it when at the last council meeting, but definitely the next day.
I'd like to comment about the letter that we sent him for recommendations was things that I would have thought a man in his position would know. The council shouldn't have to direct a 6-figure manager in his position on what to do. He should know what to do when he comes here, or in general. I'm sure there's tweaking stuff that can be done, but when you have to sit down and he asks you, what do you want, and you have to write it out. That's just a little much to me that the man's not prepared to do his job. You shouldn't have to tell somebody that applies through that position. And some of that I blame on the people that we hired to send us these candidates. I wonder sometimes, I don't know how that goes or how it got to where it did, but sometimes the application doesn't ask the right questions, or they take through and do whatever. But anytime you pay a man that kind of salary, that's what his job and assignments are. In general, is not prepared to run that city.
Yeah, I think too that he didn't go through a hiring company. I was one of the people who appointed him when I spoke to him. I see, I believe our city manager has a big vision. I am disturbed though with, I'm pretty sure he has a reason why he hasn't addressed these things. I know that he has put together a team there that helps him with everything. And I think that these are small things that can be fixed. It's a lot of clerical stuff. I really don't, his value, as far as like his values, he's covered a lot of things. I think people are motivated to work for him, and I see the morale in the city. I think he can do better in a lot of things, but I think a lot of us can do better in many things. I don't think anybody's perfect. But I am concerned that, you know, we all feel this way. It's something like this because at the end of the day, everybody should be satisfied with his role. So yeah, I don't think we should terminate him. No, that's just my personal opinion. At least yet. I know he just had a medical procedure. I don't feel like he had enough time to address the. I don't know. I thought we were going to check with him. What did we say? Like, what was the time? Did we just even establish a timeline?
There's no timeline. There's some items in there where the expectation is immediate because of the stuff that they made prior, months prior or whatever. But, in terms of, real effective performance,
It's very pure story. And when you talk about termination, I mean, you give people requirements, deadlines, or expectations, and then things in time that you set these goals. So you have 5 goals, and you set timelines for these goals. None of that been said. It's very true and true. You talk about termination, I think, again, very pure story that belongs to the call. And we should at least have timelines of what we're expecting. So this was good. We gave one expectation, the next company was talking about termination.
So let me just clarify a couple of things. I know it's something you but I don't know. But the letter actually identifies items that have been asked months and months before. So it's not like it was pretty to do the item. Some of the things, for example, I'll just use the tax, tax force report. From my understanding, that report is already been generated, and he has, and why we don't have that, not, in my opinion, for this, we are the mayor council, and we have issues that we have to, and we rely on our mayor to help us to do our job. With the payment time, and then the way in which we help. So that's my recommendation.
I just had a question, like the comment about.
This is what I'm talking about.
I'll call you.
But the biggest thing that I see, I know he's got rules and guidelines and limits in his job to what he can do and what he can't do. But he just seems to be insubordinate to me because in the end, it's going to be a fire responsibility for him. And if he doesn't incorporate us, not saying we need to have some input from him on his day-to-day decisions and what he's going to do, what he's going to spend. We know he's got limits. We know he knows he's got limits. but you just defiantly doesn't include the governing body in his day-to-day, just a flash, just like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm planning on doing this, or ladies and gentlemen, I'm planning on doing that. And this comes up, that's just defiant to me, because he doesn't seem to want to respect the governing body to go on his decision making. He wants to make it when we like it or we don't. And the situations come up there's several situations that I'm not gonna bring up right now, but,
I kind of do want you to bring them up because I don't know specifically what you're talking about. Are you
well,
talking about the construction here? Is that one?
I mean, that's in general, we were held,
Well, I know he did bring a lot of money in. I know he brought in.
well, you're gonna find out later on that when somebody works for the city, they work for the government body.
But that doesn't have no grounds of termination. Going back to what I always say, people in a position of that type, people in a position, you're in a position where you're going to do it. Like, it's like, what else I get it right? I've been here with about like 7 different city managers. I mean, just because quote unquote, he might not be your favorite, or you think he doesn't have your personal best interest. That understands ground for no termination. What city manager in the world or in this country where every council is gonna feel like that city manager does everything right? You don't find that. You don't find that. So, because he doesn't fit your criteria, then that's terminated. And it just goes back like lack of communication, lack of just your personal agenda or what you want. And because since he doesn't provide that is your frame of work and terminate the guy. You know, again, 17 different city managers in the last what? 10 years?
I'm not validating. I understand your request, and I don't want you to feel like that, because at the end of the day, he does respond to the governing body, specifically him. I don't know, Mr. Mears, if you meant anybody that works for the city, or if you mean specifically him, because he's the only one that should. But these just seem like administrative things. If you tell me the guy, I don't know, giving out contracts to people or stealing money, or he's doing something unethical, these are just things that, I think he's progressing with. And once he establishes his team, he did come and ask us for a certain amount of positions. We gave him some of those positions. I think now we're gonna take away that position, his assistant deputy city clerk. I don't know, I'm just confused, and I feel like at times, I've heard this before, and it's like Forest Park itself back. So I don't know, I'm here, so English is my second language, but Forest Park pulled itself back from progress. So I'm all about being accountable and getting rid of somebody if they are not performing. I think, yes, there is a problem with communication. I think he can be better with that. I think now he made some adjustments within the people that do his communication. So I hope that, that's going to make it better. He has had a rough year, to say the least. This has not been a traditional year for nobody. He's had family emergencies, personal emergencies. His parents have gone through a lot. He also has to have empathy and be human. And I understand, we want these things, but I don't know. I don't see it right now to terminate it. If you tell me again, like he did this and we gave him an X amount of time, I don't know, 30 days, 60 days, whatever, he's now bringing it up, then I would personally feel more comfortable, but not like 2 weeks and then 1 week he's in the hospital, doing whatever the procedure is. I don't know. I personally don't want to do it right now, but again, it takes 3 people, whatever.
Okay, well, I have a few things to say. First of all, I think it's very distasteful for us to even be discussing this out here in that executive session first. I'm not gonna get up here and pretend like everything is all good because everything's different, but I know how to communicate. We have certainly elected officials who don't even communicate. And you see the manager has to work closely with us as elected officials, but you got so many people that's in their personal feelings that they're holding our city back from progress. So I think before we just try to put the blame on Mr. Barker, we need to take a deep look into ourselves and what are we doing to progress our city? What are we doing to make a difference instead of all the negative? Yeah, that's, like I said, communication, that's huge. Me and Mr. Barker, we've had our differences, but I'm an adult and I know how to talk them out, and I'm not mad enough they don't want to fire somebody because of who they communicate with. And I think a few of us have that issue. Again, that's a personal problem. But again, he's the city manager. He hasn't done everything right, and communication is the biggest thing to me. One of the things that we got into it about is me asking for something. I feel like when an elected official comes to you, because at the end of the day, and like everybody knows I'm not just because I don't care about a title. I'm here because I care about my community. I don't care about the council and stuff. But at the end of the day, when you're the city manager, you work for the elected official. And so whether it's big or small, if a council member asks you for it, they give it to you. And it's just that simple. You know, it shouldn't be any feedback. It shouldn't be any going back and forth and all of that. But we've had directors and we've had people that do illegal stuff, elected officials to ask directors to do illegal stuff, unethical stuff, and people that need to be terminated. And we got up here, well, not me, but some of the elected officials that got up here and defended them like it was themselves. You know, so like Councilman Gutierrez said, and I thought long and hard about it because I was one of the people that was in favor. But at the end of the day, have we seen some improvement? Yes. Is everybody gonna be satisfied? No. We have 6 different people, 6 different personalities, and it is what it is. You know, and politics is a dirty game, but I'm not a politician. I don't like to be called a politician because politicians lie to get what they want. They get their personal feelings involved. They don't want to do their job. You know, so I'm not gonna put myself in that group of people. But yes, there can be some improvement. And just like Councilman Gutierrez said, we just gave him the list, maybe a couple of weeks ago. So let's give the guy an opportunity. We gave people opportunity that was stealing money. They had our department raggedy, and I don't know what. You know, you give people that come here and actually want to do a good job, a hard time, and they don't want to stay. So yeah, these things are fixable, and I'm not going to be in favor of getting rid of him. And people probably would count on my vote, but you can count me out because I'm not. We can talk, sit down and talk like adults, work out the differences, and move our city forward. Y'all so focused on the negative stuff. Nobody really gets up here and say, "Oh, I did this in the community." What did you do to make a difference? What did you do? And yeah, I'm talking to you, Angeline, Kimberly, Mia, and everybody that want to get rid of them. What have you done to bring progress to our city? Instead of just downing somebody else, take a look within yourself and see what you can do to make a change instead of being mad at somebody because they talked to Councilwoman Will, or being mad at somebody because they didn't do this what you wanted them to do, or being mad at somebody because you asked them to do something unethical and they didn't do it. It's not about you, it's about our community. At the end of the day, I'm still talking. At the end of the day, it's about our community, and that's what we need to focus on and quit the BS. At the end of the day, that's what we need to do.
And so we want to talk about what people have done and to go down the road. You know, want to list their accomplishments. I know when the days closed, 2,500 jobs were lost subsequently. And we made a goal to replace those jobs. And we superseded that within 3 years. That's a lot to be proud of.
Okay, well, we're not talking about the campaign. We're talking about the city manager.
What
Talk about that. I'm talking about every meeting. Every meeting. What have you done? What have you done in 3 years that you've been here?
We got to take you for a development opportunity that's coming to Stark Park. Some people wanted to make it a basketball court, but that's $300,000 townhomes that are coming.
Okay, so we're not.
We have our budget. We ask the question. Over 20 years, our general fund budget is going to increase by $60 million. That's a lot to be proud of. The development opportunity that's coming, that's a lot to be proud of. And we are all a part of it. It's not about what I've done. We've done it collectively, but it's not going to negate what we have accomplished.
Well, we also say that
again, I'm always about, whatever the majority of the council, is going to decide. And I'm good with that. I'm good with whatever the majority decide. I just want to make it clear, make it known that as a council person, as a council member, you know, I am not going to be, allow anyone to
not allow me to do my duty as a council. So, if we all decide that we're part as a student, that's fine. They'll work with them. I'm not gonna have to pull anything against them negatively, and I hope the same for him and me. So then let's continue to work and do whatever I have to do. So, I've said it once before, and I've said it many times again and again. I could care less if I'm on the majority side or the minority side. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and I'm gonna continue to move on. So, no hard feelings if it doesn't pass. We know what our expectations are, Ms. Walker, we know what our expectations are as a council, and we move forward. We hope we will be able to continue. I agree, 100%, Councilwoman, and again, I would say, it starts with us. Okay, like we, for instance, the retreat thing, I was told that the city manager did, he was against the retreat. And I don't know where they came from, but I was against the retreat because at the end of the day, and I know this may be a little bit off subject, but at the end of the day, the change starts with us. We have to correct ourselves before we can try to correct anyone else. And I know I'm far from perfect. I definitely have my flaws, others still working on me. You know, but at the end of the day, take a look at ourselves and be a bigger person sometimes and say, okay, well, Mr. Barker is doing this, he's doing that, and I'm doing this. What can we do collectively to make it better? You know, because if we were more for him than against him, then it would be a lot better. You know, things would really be a lot better. And I'm just like, I'm really working on me. I'm really trying to be a better person. But at the end of the day, somebody has to do it. And it's too much negative stuff that we're focused on. Yeah, the new fire chief, I'm sorry, chief, I apologize that you got to witness all this, you know, but we have to clean up our house. And cleaning up our house means sleeping in front of our own front door. You know, so if we do that and give this man an opportunity, because like she said, he came in with a whole bunch of me, you know, and so did Barker. And I'm not the one to make excuses for nobody because I'm unhappy with a whole lot of things. But I feel like these things are fixable. And at the end of the day, we have to fix ourselves before we even attempt to try to fix someone else. So that's all I have to say. Any other questions or comments?
I just want to say that, you know, we may disagree on things, but at the end of the day, let's just try to do whatever is best for the city, regardless of who's, you know, listening to you right now. Because I feel many times people come on and they act a certain way, and as soon as the mics come on, they put on the show. It's just very frustrating to me, especially as a new elected official. I truly want what's best for our people. I come from a population that has been underrepresented for years, and we're a big part of it. But I didn't get here because of them. I got here because of the people in Ward 3. And I won by 7 votes. So I really take it really serious to, you know, do what's best for the people in the future. You know, I did choose the basketball coordinator. You know, I honestly believe I wanted to extend the park. I wanted that. But I see the other side. I saw that gentleman, how much he's invested here. Very thankful for him for leading our community. Because, you know, we have the potential to just be one of these suburb cities outside of Atlanta that is rising. Yet we have been stuck in time, and you can see it as you drive down our street, and it shouldn't be that way. So I know we made a lot of progress, and we're going to keep doing it and keep growing. But let's not focus and hone in on, you know, this in the room when you have this whole room, and just look at the greater picture. And I appreciate the professionalism of Councilwoman James. I do disagree with this with you. I don't think it's time yet for Mr. Barker to not be a city manager, but I do believe in accountability, and I do not want you or the mayor or councilman years to feel like they are uninformed, because at the end of the day, this person responds to us directly. So he needs to do a better job and fix these things because, yeah, he gets the big bucks, so he needs to fix that. You know, I have empathy, but only up until a certain point. If we're paying you this amount of money, you're the highest paid person in there, I believe, you know, you gotta make it happen and make it happen. I think Mike actually did, but never mind.
Any other questions or comments? Discussion of the reopening of City Hall to the public.
I heard conversation talking about sort of action plan over at City Hall. I'm gonna give Mr. Barker, we're looking at an action plan. I talked to Mr. Barker earlier. He said, looking under the weather, and he is in full support of opening that City Hall. Yeah, that's important.
So what do we need to do, as a governing body for this to do? We need to vote on it, right?
The city manager, has the authority to decide to do it.
Okay.
So you don't have to vote, but, when you're going to make that, put the place together, it's the cost.
So we definitely need to do it, we don't just open up, we don't have a.
What we'll do is we'll go back and just recall back some months ago, the governing body asking for an action plan. That this time we gave out, we'll go back and modify that action plan. Two more topics.
Good job on Zoom, Jimmy. You're still in
Discussion of on a resolution of the city council for the city of Forest Park claiming October 2020 as their Hispanic Heritage Month. And so, I think this is just a huge opportunity to not only recognize
We got recruited in that.
But yes, so not only is this an amazing opportunity to recognize and celebrate, the countless contributions of Hispanic Americans, worldwide, I think is equally important that we honor and recognize all those Hispanic Americans and their contributions right here in the city of Forest Park. And so with the city's first ever sponsored Hispanic Heritage Festival, I thought this was such a good fitting time to make a decision.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you,
So we do have engaged Clayton on and Courtney Whitman. And I believe she had a presentation.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
This is Dr. Payton.
Oh, wait, no, sir, not you, not you quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah, do it for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Courtney Whitman.
Consultant.
Can you ask her to try to unmute herself?
Ms. Whitman, can you try to unmute yourself, please?
Talking to the mic a little bit more now.
Ms. Whitman, can you unmute yourself, please?
First, ask to unmute. They have to unmute themselves. Asking to unmute.
If you can hear me, can you unmute, please?
You gonna come back to it?
Is there a motion to adjourn the work session? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? And that was with the group here, and hopefully get it in. You guys need to make a decision to the meeting? If not, it is 8:11. And the regular meeting for mayor and council for October 5th is called to order. Dr. Payton?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. If you could do tonight's invitation, so all those who are able to stand, please do so and remain standing throughout the second.
Okay. Let us pray. Father, we thank you now for this time that you have given us to come and do business on behalf of this great city of Forest Park. We pray for the mayor. We pray for all of the city council members. We pray for all of the city employees. And God, we invoke your presence here tonight in this city council meeting. We ask you, God, to guide our thoughts, our actions, and even our comments. And we pray this prayer in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Angelina Butler, Councilwoman Kimberly James, Councilman DeBose Antoine, Councilman Hector Gutierrez,
Present.
Councilwoman Latricia Akins Wells, Councilman Alan Mears.
Here.
Adoption of the agenda, is any additions or deletions? Is there a motion to adopt the agenda as is, or any additions or deletions to be recommended? Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Councilman James? Councilman Anton? Councilman Gutierrez? Councilman Wells? Councilman Mears? Thank you. Adoption of the minutes on September 21st. Second? Second. Any discussion? Councilman James? Councilman Anton? Councilman Gutierrez? Councilman Wells? And Councilman Mears? Agenda item 1, approval of the confirmation of Ms. Louise P. as our city clerk. Is there a motion? To guide the side. Is there a motion to approve Ms. C. as our city clerk? Any discussion?
Yeah, welcome. We went to the CCMA meeting and Mayor Dixon, is that her name? She wanted her back, so no return. You can't have her back now.
Councilman Wells? Yes. Councilman Anton?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Wells? And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Item 2, approval for a newly updated noise ordinance. Is there a motion to approve this item? Is there a second?
That's right.
Councilwoman, any further discussion? Councilwoman James? Yes. Councilman Anton?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wells? And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Thank you. Approval of the fire and EMS career exploring coach.
That's right.
Any discussion?
Very excited about this.
Councilwoman James? Yes. Councilman Anton?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wells? And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Item 4, Approval of city manager. Is there a second?
I didn't hear a motion.
A motion for table?
That's it.
Any discussion? Councilwoman James, Councilwoman Anton?
Why we take it?
There's no action after the taken, the need to the program that we don't have to discuss it in further.
Councilman Bishop?
And then, I don't know,
Councilman Love?
Yeah.
Councilman.
I think mine.
the particular is already in the mention that we need to have a project.
So can we change the motion? Can we?
Well, no, she tabled it, so you can vote in. So
You have to move it from that.
you have to, that's essentially the effect of a table. The motion is happening.
Well, let's do it like this.
Oh, so, okay, so by tabling it, it's just an intermediate. Then you don't think you would, oh, I thought if you table it, go to the next one. Bring it back, okay. I'm sorry, thank you, I'm the newbie. So, you, for clarity, you want to read all the members.
So the motion must be tabled, unless Councilwoman James is still that motion.
That's what I'm saying, that there has been, that things are going.
I want to see where it doesn't come back.
Well, it can always come back and always be good in that.
Councilwoman James. Councilman Anton?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Approval of the reopening of City Hall to the public. So if you want to table that item, is there a motion?
I saw, the media rep here twice already. Are we saying that welcome to the public? Is that what you're going on? I'm just curious.
No, it's been clear. We can go.
Okay. I'm just confused. I want to avoid those situations. I just didn't know what was going on. I know that we did what was right. I was just confused what her interpretation was.
We are closed until further action of the city manager or the council. And to all members of the public. So right now, it's just city council members and staff. And we were told it and that's the deputy. You only have the one, you really do have to open up everyone. So we know, how to do that in a safe manner. That's why we did.
So the media falls under the public.
Yeah.
Table number 5.
So if we table it, that means we have to wait until the next meeting to open it.
Well, no, the city manager can directed the city manager, inform you, the public, that everything will open up and lay out whatever those conditions will be.
And we don't have to vote on it.
No.
Okay.
The plan is not to get out. It's about chair by chair.
Yeah, I think we will be in compliance with the guidelines that are in the
It's gonna limit the size of the public. But I just, everybody, of course, we never see the names, but on our end here, you still got the majority of the churches, places like that, are still closed. For safety reasons, I guess, whatever. And I hope that whether it's our decision or the mayor's, city manager's decision, that we take all that into consideration, not to be too hasty and quick, to.
Other cities are open, man.
Hi, I'm John Wood again. I would ask that you allow, I need to speak to people, comprehensive legislative plan, it speaks to a number of things, mitigation and recovery. And part of that plan, the very comprehensive plan, give us the way as emergency manager to do this work that you're talking about. So I would ask if you would digress and let me work with the city manager and offer you a recovery plan. What does that mean? If we decide who comes in, what door they come out, how do we set them, how do we contract things, how do we level off the road, how do we help retail employees who's essential and who can work from home, who should. So given an opportunity, you already have that process in place. I ask that you allow us to optimize that and also plan to you so you can concentrate on long-term recovery and we can put that in front of you. Can't do it about a week. Do it about a week. But I think we have that. You already have that process.
Thank you. Is there a motion to table this item? Is there a second? Any further discussion? Councilwoman James? Yes. Councilman Info? Yes. Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose? And Councilman Young?
Yes.
Item 6, approval of the resolution of the City Council of the City of Forest Park proclaiming October 2020 as Hispanic Heritage Month. And so I'm going to read it. Whereas Hispanic Heritage Month is an opportunity to recognize the contributions of Hispanic Americans and to celebrate Hispanic heritage and culture. And whereas the observation began in 1958 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon B. Johnson, but was enacted into federal law on August 17, 1988, calling upon public officials, educators, librarians, and all the people of the United States to observe this time with ceremonies, activities, and programs. And whereas this observance celebrates the culture and traditions of people whose ancestry can be traced to Spain, Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean islands. And whereas the 2010 census, U.S. Census, estimates that almost 30% of Forest Park's population are Hispanic and Latino residents. And whereas these Hispanic and Latino residents play a unique and vital role in our economy and workforce, as well as our faith communities and social history. And whereas, as part of this celebration, the City of Forest Park and other sponsors are hosting the first city-sponsored Hispanic Heritage Festival, a family-friendly event with activities for people of all ages and backgrounds. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of Forest Park hereby proclaims October 2020 as the Hispanic Heritage Month in Forest Park and urge residents to participate in the many activities and learn more about our Hispanic and Latino community. Is there a second? Any discussion?
I just want to add, extremely blessed and humbled and thankful that, as a city, embraces all of our population and, the investment also into this festival that, we're having as a city. I'm very excited and I tell people that they get excited as well. So hopefully it doesn't rain out on Saturday. I know we got super respected team here that has other contingency plans if that is the case, but we pray that it doesn't rain. And also, thank you for letting that there. And this is something that, is going to be in place for future generations. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's surprising.
Any other comments? Councilwoman James here. Councilman Young.
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hell. Yes. Councilman Young.
Yes.
Public comment? Do you have any?
No, ma'am.
Closing comments? Councilwoman James. Yes. Are we gonna wait her when Ms. Hughes? I will.
Okay, Ms. Hughes, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia, and that I will in all respects observe the provisions of the charter and ordinances of the city of Forest Park, and I will well and truly perform the duties as city clerk, and that I will to the utmost of my skill and ability endeavor to promote the interests and property of said city without fear, favor, or affection. So help me God. Thank you. All right, now Councilwoman James, closing comments.
Heads up, it's gonna be execution bid with it. Watch and see how much appreciative and keep coming out of that we end up with pay. If you look at the numbers out there, 3.6, the first time, you'll be amazed how and what this is going to the
needed every day. And you'll be shocked at how many Hispanics come out. Finally, that we have a voice out here. Want to welcome our new team first, the All-Star team, the All-Star team. Welcome. And I'm going to thank you all for your efforts. You know that I see that for a lot. Thank you, Councilman. I already know how to follow up that. First off, yeah, just, thank you. The City of Forest Park is sponsoring this event. It's not like in the past where another program will come and, the city might make money off of an event or they would just host the event. We are actually putting their taxpayer dollars into this and bringing a lot of bands, mariachi, dancers. There's going to be a mechanic bull. Councilman Antoine's going to be on the bull. Bobby Jake's going to be on the bull. Bring them all. On the bull. Fair enough. But yeah, just super proud of that and proud of recognition. So thank you. Shout out to the mayor, Councilwoman James and Councilwoman Latrice for coming out. Saturday we did a cleanup at the Macedonia and Rock Springs Cemetery, and we partnered up with a corporation, and we wanted to do some volunteer work. And my wife actually worked there. She mentioned that to them, and they came out and did a cleanup for a place that our city is working on fixing and getting it right so we can get it cleaned up and honor those that were here before us. So yeah, and then shout out to everybody who's been out to the tailgate. Unfortunately, our Falcons hopefully tonight get to redeem their season. But we've had the support of the people. Yesterday, not yesterday, Saturday, Georgia did very well, and we had some people out there regardless of the cold. We had some technical difficulties, but Director Maxwell fixed it and made it happen. So just shout out to the whole Parks and Rec team. Shout out to Bobby Jenks' squad, because all these events cannot happen without them putting together. Our council is doing everything. Like, we have a vision and we have a great team, like Councilman Antoine said, of all stars that just execute. So I wish I could tell you that we're gonna have less events, but I think, as times get better, we're gonna keep having events at the park and having events all over the city for our people. So with that being said, Food Truck Friday is this Friday. I revamped. I gotta give credit to the councilwoman before me who had the idea of food trucks. I am rebranding it to Friday, and it's gonna be the first Friday of every month. We couldn't have it this past Friday, but in the future it will be the first Friday of every month, because we know you got money at the beginning of the month. So hopefully you can come out and invest in some of our local vendors and food trucks. So we have that Friday. Then we have our Hispanic Heritage Month celebration on Saturday, which is gonna be really big. We've been promoting it, and come out, try some food, have a good time with the family. And then Saturday we're not having the tailgate, right? No. Saturday we're giving a rest to our people that deserve it, at least for one day. So thank you all again. Thank you, the Forest Park, our employees, make it happen, make all these events happen. So thank you. And yeah, I appreciate everybody listening in. Again, we might have, some discussions, but like everything, we're a family and we're gonna move through this and, make it happen for our city. So, yeah, have a blessed week, and we'll catch y'all next time. Hopefully you can come out to one of our events. And yeah, our email did change to .gov instead of .org. Just FYI, in case anybody wants to email me.
Just like to say thank you to everyone for coming out. Chief Clark, Chief Horton, Director Maxwell, James, Quita, Wanda, and the clerk. Just thank you all. I want to thank you all for everything that you're doing, that you're going to do to help move our city forward. I think I speak for myself and invite everybody who works in the community. We appreciate you. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. Just like Councilman Garcia, they say public works has a hand in everything you do. The police department has a hand in everything you do. Parks and Rec, I don't know what I would do without you. I appreciate you for everything, and I think we need to get into that, start showing appreciation to those that we appreciate. Also, our events, everyone, I know Councilman Lucia is having all these events that brings the community together, and I'm sorry, Mr. G, but I think we need to have more of these events, and I think we need to have more participation from, I'm sorry, you had to take your mask off, so I could see you. We need to have more participation from the governing body, because at the end of the day, this is our community, and we do serve our community, and, you know, the people enjoy that, and it's about bringing our community together and moving forward. So thank you to everyone that has a part in making our community better. Have a good night.
I'd like to thank the whole working staff of the city, myself, they do a wonderful job. Police department, fire department, public works, I will put to them, the work they've done some around my community. I think the fire chief hit the ground running. Do a good job, I know. I thank you for coming, and glad everybody come. Everybody's been here, and just thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank everyone for participating. Is this what now? And then we have the program time set up.
Congratulate Brackett on your time. He's not here, I'm just saying, I read about it. I couldn't make it out to the celebration, and you want to congratulate him.
I didn't show the flyer. You want me to do that?
I didn't see the other side of the stadium. I think
It's the survey that Clayton County is doing. Well, we want to get feedback and connect with the community. So you have the QR code, the text message, and the county website. There's a link on the county website, or they can text Engage Clayton to 31996, or they're able to scan that QR code.
Oh, thank you.
Say your name, Kimberly. Sorry.
Oh, you want me to repeat it? Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm doing it. Are you gonna?
Engage Clayton is having a community engagement initiative, and there's 3 ways to participate in the survey. One is to scan that QR code. You can text Engage Clayton to 31996 to access the survey, or you can go to their website, www.claytoncountyga.gov. We did have Run Bowl here this past weekend, and that was a great experience, and we're hoping to build upon it next time we're doing the tour. And everyone had a great time. And thank you, Councilman, for putting that together.
Yes, and you told me down a bit, but I know how to.
I got a point of order I'd like to make right before we close. Should have done it too. The situation with I was talking to Councilman Wells earlier about the contracts that we have with the ball teams down at the football team. I happened to come by there after it was over, and it was left in a mess. we had city employees down there that, were fixing to, I didn't go in the stadium yourself, but the parking lot with the park. I mean, I know it's maybe petty, but it's something that we need to make sure that our people, or somebody's doing their end of the.
How y'all doing? We do have a plan in place, and it was put in place, I'm not up to, told nobody this plan in place.
Like I said, I come by there, and there was a public work guy that's fixing to start cleaning it up, and, you know, I know we charge them for that.
And they do pay a fee to, actually have. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we get all our balls.
Yes, sir. If the plan is put in place, if the fee being paid, and it's just a loosening the
I didn't have to cover that, I just happened to see it, and I didn't really get involved in it, I just want to make sure.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So let's see, some of these three positions. So with the three positions, will they'll be doing building, is it just gonna be for the gym, or would that include like stuff like this?
Well, from my understanding, the way it's set up, that's not up on the, the regulation in the past. It's been up on the public works from the misunderstanding before we got it. Right. So now that I'm here and we're having more things going on the every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, now a Friday opportunity is more like, okay, what's been going on? So going forward, the people that's renting out are paying to actually have someone clean it. It's just miscommunication on what's going on.
Is there a motion to recess the regular meeting and enter into executive session for personnel litigation, real estate, and legal matters? So, all in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn the executive session and reconvene to our regular meeting? So, second. All in favor?
Yay. So, Mayor, based on the discussion in executive session, if it's the will of council, a motion would be in order to authorize the execution of an engagement letter with a law firm of L.D. Thompson to provide labor and employment legal counsel.
Is there a motion? So move that motion.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, was there one? So,
Well, in here.
second discussion. All in, Councilwoman James? Yes. Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Wells and Councilman Ennis.
And that's all I have unless there are additional motions from council.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
That's
All in favor?
right.
All right, thank you.